channel, guys. This is Don from Broke SF Garage. Today we're doing tying rods on my 96 Ram. I went with Detroit Axle parts. I've had luck with their products in the past, and I feel like this will work again for $110. I'm gonna give it a chance. So let's go to O'Reilly's and see if I can't get like a ball joint popper. I don't know the correct terminology. Let me look it up. Figured it out. It's a Pitman arm tie rod puller, and it's only $15.99. I guess you can just rent that, which is kind of crazy because it's so cheap, but I'll probably end up returning it because I don't imagine myself using it again for a while, but something just to get this off. Not too much really worried about getting the outer tie rods off. You just smack that with a hammer, but I don't know how I'm gonna get a hammer to smack up in here, so I think that tool is gonna be pretty well needed. And we have the new shock, so when I assemble the new parts, I'll assemble it with the shock, so we're really gonna need to bolt the new one up there, one tying rod down there, obviously the tying rod over here, and this part right here. And this whole assembly is dropped out, which is relatively easy, but there's always a snag, there's always a catch, but hopefully we can get through this. So let's go to O'Reilly's and go get that tool. And we made it. Well, it's a wee little fella, but I think it's gonna work just fine. Just kind of slide it over here, maybe run the impact on it. I mean, it's not my tool, so I don't really care, I just rented it. But I'm gonna work on this side, opposite side, then get to this because this bar's in the way. But I need to jack this up off the pumpkin, get this jacked up and put on jack stands because I need to get tires off so I can get these off. So all right, time to do some work. Went ahead and flipped the truck around, but not without casualties. The exhaust decided to fall off today, which was lovely, but I mean, it was dragging against the drive shaft, so it's got a hold nut by this. But I needed to do something about this for a while, and this kind of just, I mean, gonna get fixed soon now, so whatever. So crappy, I gotta park both the vehicles. You just see that? Both the vehicles behind the tree line because it's just raining walnuts. But anyway, let's get started on removing this tire and the other side and get these outer tire rods off. So this is actually kind of relieving. In my last video when I did her wheel hub, I actually used one socket for all 5 of these instead of 3 like hers. Yeah, the previous owner did put new pads, rotors, and calipers, which was kind of nice, but as we see here, we're gonna have to drill this out. Cotter pin's gonna be frozen in there, but do that. I'll get this nut off and I'll see how well this tool's gonna work. I'm not even gonna hit this with a hammer. I wanna really try using that tool. I was just about ready to grab my drill gun to drill it out, and I just noticed like how messed up this wheel is. Like, what happened in here? I mean, I have a replacement wheel that's gonna match the rest of the truck, like the one back there, but I can't wait to get my front tires and throw my good one on this side onto this one, because this is just gonna be used for a spare. It's terrible. Looks like this boot is getting in the way of these claws getting underneath there, so I'm not gonna try this tool with the tying rods. I'm just gonna try it on the Pitman arm. So it's whatever. I mean, I get my money back from it, so I'm not really out anything but my gas there and back. So it's whatever. I'm gonna go hit this with a sledgehammer. Yeah, the BFH took care of that. So on to the next side. Pretty much reversing the process on this side. It's pretty dark over here, so I probably won't record much. So we're getting there. It's down to the Pitman arm and the steering stabilizer. There we go. Hoping I can use that tool up here. If I can't, it was practically useless then for 20 bucks, but I'll get my money back. But one bolt and nut, this will drop out, but I want to work on getting this out next because I can deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with this. You know, for 20 bucks, you get what you pay for, but it actually works. Barely got this thing to bite on the end, but hey, it's popped out, it's off, whatever, it's done. Oh, it's all out. It's got like no gas really left in it. So now I get to reassemble this with the new parts. With this as a reference, shouldn't be too hard. Just gonna take forever with Zerk fittings and making sure everything's close to what this is. I know the alignment's way off, so I gotta eyeball and do some weird stuff to get it right, but I'll get it close enough. Take this crap off to the pile. Get pretty full back here. I think I'll go on a scrap run when I need some beer money. Get these tires back on, and I'm gonna do the rope method for the alignment. So I got the old string method set up on the rear tire wrapped around, and it looks like we need to get this thing to come out a little bit. It's pushing pretty hard on the edge of the tire there, so I'm gonna try and adjust this and see if it looks any better, because right now it looks like it is towed in. But all right, I'll do this on this side and repeat on the other and take it down the road, and hopefully it should be pretty straight. A lot of the times when I take these alignment shops for doing this method, and typically they just kind of joke and be like, man, did you get this thing aligned already, because it's pretty straight. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's fine adjustments that can be made, but 9 times out of 10, this method, you might not even have to take it to the alignment shop, but it's definitely recommended that you should. So I'm calling it good right here. It looks pretty dead on. Pretty close, so good enough for me. And we're gonna repeat what we did on that side. On this side, I'm not gonna record it because it's a little too dark over here, but obviously this is gonna have to come out, but it'll just give us an idea. Didn't get a chance to record a video, but this thing's steering a lot better than it was before. So yeah, I think it was a good repair. Open the door and press it. Just installed my new air horn. You ready, Bo? Just press the button once, just really lightly, one time. It's the circle button on the left. Just press the circle button.
That's a clown horn.
It sounds like a clown horn. It does sound silly.
Yeah.
That's a wrap for today's video. I really don't know what I'm gonna do next to this truck. I need to get front tires, but on a bit of a wait for that, for the right amount of money to come in to get them. But that's not really gonna be a video, just kind of showing them when they're put on. But I mean, I think I'm gonna do the speakers, door speakers next, because right now, the only thing this thing has, and it's really janky. Let's see if I can get this light turned back on. All it has is this speaker, little home stereo one. So I think we're gonna end up doing that next week and turning these door cards off and seeing if these are blown or they're even hooked up or what's going on, if I can't just wire it myself to the back of the radio. But that, and I need to figure out why the heat doesn't work. I don't know if it's heater core. I can try and flush it. If that doesn't work, I have to replace it, which that's not gonna be a fun job, but it's an absolute necessarily has to happen. Definitely gotta have heat this winter, but she's coming along. It's driving straight now. It still has some like play in it like this. I don't know if that's just the steering gearbox or what, but I mean, it's better than driving like that. It was real bad. So my alignment's pretty decent, and the tires I'm putting on, they're not anything new, so I might just run it the way it is. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this truck. Still have to do a transfer case. That's for another day too, but getting down to the small things, and we'll be on the road ready to go. But thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is Don from Broke As F Garage. Peace.